All right. What's going on, everyone? We've had some technical difficulties getting this up and rolling. Nothing worked as it was supposed to. But real quick here, let me get this. What up, yo?
What up, my dude?
So,
hold on. Can you hear me?
I just sit closer to her. Hold on.
Get away.
Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Turn your volume up in just a second.
Okay, hold on.
How about now? Speak again.
That's not working. All right, hold on 1 second. I just dumped soda all over my laptop.
Right on.
Totally.
So it's been perfect all the way around.
So welcome to the shit show of technical extravaganzas. I'll be your host, Molly. I just sat down and entered into this fucking fuckery.
This absolute mess. Here, you want to put one of these?
Sure.
Grab that one and put that in your right ear. Good Lord.
Stop it.
Hello, hello. Steve, can you hear us? Let's see. Sorry, people, for all the shitstorm here.
They say it's all good.
Okay. Well.
Sup, beach? How you doing, eggs? What's up, Katie? Now raise your left hand and sing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, here. Hold on a second. That's what I'm looking for. Steve. Okay. Now we can hear you on our end.
You can hear me?
I can now. Can you hear him?
Yep.
Yep.
I can see your luscious red beard. Everything.
We got you. So, yeah, what's up? So you can see up here our bubblies up there, some packing material and whatnot, and then this here. And yeah, some, what's that?
You say your Bentleys?
I said bubblies, bubble wrap, bunch of bubble wrap up there.
The bubble wrap.
Yeah, for packaging orders. So I put these two shelves in my office here in the house, and they're just loaded down with so much shit. I got all the printer filament and all kinds of fuck up there. So, it's just, one of those things. So,
shit
I'm trying to figure something out, man. Hold on.
Thanks, Zach. He said nails are approved. They're pretty fancy.
You can show them all.
What? Where?
Up here. I wish I would have had that on video. She was down here moving her hands around down in front of the screen.
I literally just fucking got here. I don't know what you're doing.
Look at the camera that's shooting you right in your face balls. So is shit working on your end, Steve, or what?
I'm going to figure this out.
Give me a shelf and I'll load her up. No, there's enough crap in the house again.
Does that work better for you now? Yeah. We could hear you the whole time.
Well, I could barely hear you because it was like coming off the phone, and I was trying to get the headphones to work.
Right on.
It was like you guys were whispering. I was like, there we go. Now I'm in business. Here we go.
Now we're doing it to them.
Now we're fucking cooking.
So what's been going on, man?
I just the usual. Justin came in town, and he took me to visit a cult. Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
It was awesome.
What is this?
We saw where there'll be a new Netflix special in 20 years where people eat people.
Oh, they're already filming Netflix specials there.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, we just haven't had time to talk about it yet.
It was traumatic stuff. It is 100%. I was there for 4.5 seconds before I looked at Justin. I was like, Justin, they eat people here.
So I take him, we go there. And so he comes and picks me up at the hotel. And we get ready to leave, and I'm like, so where do you want to go? And he's like, I don't know anything over here. And he lives like cattywampus across the other end of Atlanta. And I'm like, well, this place that my company's doing work at's right around the corner, and they had this pretty cool restaurant, so let's go over there. So we did. And then we went and walked around a little bit, but you
guys held hands, right?
Well, of course we did. Yeah. We skipped and all that stuff. It was great, right? Sure. I mean, we had fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, so we go into this, like the sales office, because they're trying to sell new homes, and they've already sold several hundred, and there's several hundred more to come. And there's this woman in there who I had not met before. I had met her boss, but not her. And her boss was gone. He was on a fly fishing trip, so he's working hard. Anyway,
like 12 hours after the meeting.
Yeah. 12 hours after the meeting, he's bounces on a fly fishing trip.
Right.
And so we're talking to her, and she's going on. She's like giving us the whole sales pitch to Steve and I, like, we're going to move into this bitch. And then Steve looks at her and he goes, it's got this really cool, but yet creepy kind of thing.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
You could tell this was like the 15th time she's heard that, because I said this feels very creepy. It's like kind of fucking Truman Show. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, it is kind of Stepford Wife, and I was like, see, somebody has said this to you before. Because where she lost me, I went from this is kind of fucking crazy to they're gonna eat people here. Right when she goes, I was like, it's almost like its own city. She's like, oh yeah, we have our own school.
Yeah, they have their own school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, great. You have a what? You have your own school? I was like, oh yeah, to indoctrinate the kids so they walk around and eat people. Awesome. That's
right, where you feed human flesh.
Yes, where you teach them how to eat people. Like all the sidewalks were.
Okay, hold on just a minute.
Well, I'm all by myself here. Hey.
No, it's okay.
Hold on just 1 minute. I'm fixing something.
Yeah, all the sidewalks were made of gravel instead of like concrete, and I figured out that was to slow people down when they're running away from being eaten.
That's a great point, because I mean, in a brand new development, who the hell would put gravel in for sidewalks?
I was looking for the sidewalks, thinking that was like, like where the mulch was supposed to be, where trees would be or some shit, and then I was like, oh, that is the sidewalk. Right. I got you.
There we go.
Slow people down.
There we go. That's a better deal right there.
I'm with you, Steve. I think that is a tactic to slow the food down.
Yeah, not to mention, you got to drive like a 4-mile road right in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. So like, picture the scene where like the purge, like they're running after you. You got to run down like a 7-mile road. They're gonna get you before you get there. 100%. Like,
right. There's no chance.
No, it's not like you just leave the development and you're out on the main road. No. Like, you got to run down a like 6-mile desolate road before you get to the population, and by then you're done. You're done.
And the trees just again. Like canopy the road, so it's almost like a hallway or like a tunnel. Yeah, and and I don't know if there are more roads in and out. I mean, there were a couple of crossroads, but I mean, that might just lead you to like the bridge that was in Deliverance or something. I'm not sure.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So like if you took one of those crossroads, it just like horseshoes back into the village.
You're like, which way do we go? We go right, and then they run right, and it ends up just taking them right back to like the butcher or some dumb shit.
Yeah. Right, that's what I was just gonna say. Like, it's just leading you to your death.
Some shit.
The butcher is at the end.
Yeah, 100%.
But the food was good.
Food was great. Yeah, people were super nice.
Because it was human.
Well, yeah, maybe it was like maybe inner thigh meat or something, but that's okay. Like my
shrimp. My shrimp was probably like
it was tender.
I'm telling you, they literally built. They have like houses. They have canopy houses, not tree houses, because trees would be in trees and that would damage them. They build them on the fucking canopy, like that makes any fucking difference. Adult tree houses,
right?
Cult.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of tight, but like, don't sell it as fucking green. Shut up with that shit.
Right.
It's a literal like town built with a school and fucking shops and restaurants just so the people that live there that work at the film studios right next door. Cult.
Yeah.
Cult. Yeah.
People
Yeah.
People are drinking Kool-Aid.
I
People are getting.
recommend you guys stay out of that area.
It was kind of awesome.
What?
Just
You broke
I
up.
said it was kind of awesome. The threat of danger. I'm like, are they going to run after us?
Yes,
I was like,
yeah.
and then I kept looking down, and I'm like, Justin's got that bad knee. I just got to kick him in that knee and run faster than him, and I should be able to get away.
Great.
Tried to say on his right side.
So easy to get away. This is all good.
Yeah, I was like, he's got longer legs, so he might be able to outrun me. But I was like, if I hit that leg, then he'll go down, and I'll be able to chance. I don't got to run faster, just outrun him.
Right. Because it'll take a couple of them to pick his fat ass up, and then less of a chance for.
But I mean, with Steve's height, it's kind of like I could just like palm his forehead, like a little kid, and just keep him at bay. So when he tries to kick my bad knee,
it doesn't hurt that fucking Justin has lunch boxes for hands, but cover my whole fucking head.
Yeah.
Fucking meat hooks.
Oh shit. Yeah.
He can pat you on the arm and it fucking hurts because he doesn't know how evil they are.
It's like I always make fun of like every YouTube dude, and everybody's always like, I got me and my big hands. Well, I got big hands. I got XL gloves. Blah 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 blah. And then you meet him at Blade Show, and you're like, your hands are the same size as mine. They're not that big. And then I met Justin, and I was like, nope, baseball gloves. Just straight up fucking lunch boxes.
You're like, yeah.
I was like,
we're talking about your fucking big hands.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard him say he's got big hands, but he actually does. Yeah. Everybody else is like,
when we were at Blade Show.
Mm-hmm.
When we were at Blade Show, I'm sure everyone thought we were gay because we were sitting down in the pit and we were like putting our hands, together, doing that whole thing.
Looking gay?
Looking longingly into each other's eyes.
As you do.
Right.
What happens at Blade Show stays at Blade Show.
Oh, got it. It's like Vegas. I see.
It's just like you'll never know. You'll never know.
That's fine. You know what? I'm okay with that. I could give a fuck less.
You'll never know. Blade Show for the boys.
It's fine. I'm not the jealous type. Just come home, bring your paycheck. We're all good.
See, she admitted it. She admitted
it. Rent gets paid. It's fine.
Just threw it out there. Just bring your paycheck and we're good. Dude, I came home from being down in the ATL and my wife looks at me and she goes, I need your truck and your credit card. I'm going furniture shopping. And I
don't see a problem with that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You just walk in the door. Good. Glad you're here. You need the truck. You need the credit card. I'm going to get furniture.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. And so that's how that went down. And then like 6 hours.
I hung out for a bit.
And then like 6 hours later, she comes home and is like, hey, unload the truck.
Yeah, that happened.
That happened too, yeah.
You have a job in this household. You know it. Cleaning, unloading.
Do you look like...
he looks like this on the stream.
Oh, okay.
It's just your shit.
Yeah, my screen, you look all jacked up, but that's okay. But apparently on the stream, you look fine, so that's all that matters.
I'm sure everybody wishes I look jacked up.
Right? So apparently you're pretty popular because we got a whole bunch of people in here tonight. I've been seeing all the comments go by. I'm not really sure why they came to see you, but hey, whatever. It's all good.
I wanted to see that big manly beard.
That's right.
I have no idea why. I'm like simultaneously the most hated. Like everybody talks shit on my YouTube channel, and then every single time I'm hanging out with somebody, everybody wants to come see me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's because there's more people that like you than don't. And it's just the douchebags, the chodes that are offended that have anything to say ever.
It's my boyish good looks.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And
that very full prison pussy you got going on there.
very full prison pussy.
That's right. That's very full.
The guys like it. Somebody commented on one of my videos the other day. It pissed me off. Like, they never pissed me off. And he was like, "Are we listening to the guy with the see-through beard?" And I was like, "How dare you?" It's like, "You son of a bitch." I was like, "How
beard?
dare you?" I was like, "You son of a bitch." I was like, "You motherfucker." You went too fucking far.
You can make fun of my character, but you don't fucking fuck with my beard.
Look, I've had dudes threaten to rape me, kill me, blow up my house, steal my kids. Like, all that, none of that bothers me. See-through beard? Like, you son of a bitch. How dare you?
Notice that he started with rape me.
Right.
So, out of the priority list.
That's at the bottom. If someone doesn't threaten to rape me on one of my comment sections like once a month, I'll feel like I'm losing my edge.
Yeah, right. That's probably fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Well,
it happens.
So when we were down at the ATL, we went and got lunch. And anyone that's in the area, if you're around the airport in Atlanta and you want to go check out a cool place that's got a lot of beers and maybe a little bit of a culty vibe, it's called Barley Gardens. Go check it out. And they have a beer there that was called, I think is honestly the strangest thing I've ever had in my mouth, which sounds a little weird.
Other than me.
Yeah, right. Well, I said the strangest thing. But dude,
not the worst.
Has to be the Mexican. Right, exactly. Had to be the Mexican lollipop. Is that correct? Is that true for you too?
Was that the spicy one?
That was the half watermelon Jolly Rancher and half like habanero fucking kick you in the back of the throat ordeal.
It was the weirdest fucking beer ever. Yeah, it smelled. Yeah, exactly. He nailed it. It smelled like a Jolly Rancher. Tasted nothing like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. It just tasted like beer. And then it was like you just deep throated a habanero.
Yeah, and but it didn't taste spicy until you swallowed. So
we tried one on the podcast we used to have that was a chili pepper beer. It was very much like that.
Oh.
It was the most disgusting rancid shit I've ever drank in my life.
And it was fucking hot when you drank it. Like, it just kicked you in the throat. Like, just...
That's really fucked up that it smelled so delicious.
Yeah,
and then backhanded you.
Had zero
spice. It smelled
smell.
Sweet as shit. It smelled like you said, a watermelon Jolly Rancher. You're like, oh, this would be great. And then all of a sudden, it's like you just fucking deep-throated the devil's dick. You're like, oh, great. Now my fucking throat's on fire. It was,
exactly.
I looked at the waitress. I was like pissed off. I was like, gonna fight her. I was like, why would you do that? Like, why?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
why'd you play with my emotions like that?
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's really, really good. Like, cool. No, it's not. Liar.
Yeah, you fucking liar.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they do that just so they can watch who orders one.
Right, they're back giggling behind the bar.
They're laughing,
Yeah, they're sitting in the back just putting
that's fair. I would probably do that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And as soon as you swallow it, it just fucking hits you, and then you're grabbing for another drink because you're like, holy shit! And then
it's just sitting there in the back of your throat. Goes to your nose.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, this is delicious. Thank you so much, you bitch.
You bitch.
Yeah. Like, we were having such a nice conversation. I thought we were friends, and then you go and fucking pull this shit.
Yeah. And dude, when she came back, like, I should have known something was up because when our waitress came back, she was super fucking pumped for us to try that thing. She was like, because I smelled it, and she was like, quit smelling it, just drink it. And just used to taste it too, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was fucking with you guys hard.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it until right now. I'm sitting here, the way that went down.
That should have been your first red flag to, like, back away.
She did say
Yeah,
that.
and generally it'll, like, but it just, it doesn't smell anything like it tastes, so.
Zero.
It smells good. Yeah, and then I drank it, and then immediately regretted it.
You're like, oh, okay, this seems kind of good.
I guess.
Right.
Yeah, she's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She's dead.
I'm gonna fucking punch her in the goddamn throat next time I see her. I'm gonna go down there just to tell her that too.
You need to send her to the cannibals to be fed to the cult.
She works down there. She's gonna get eaten.
Oh, she's a got
but
it.
she doesn't live in the neighborhood. She just works at this restaurant / bar.
Just coax her down the road to the butcher.
Right. On ceremony night.
Right.
They had a fucking altar.
Payback's a bitch.
Yeah, they did have an altar. When we were leaving, so we walked around a little bit and checked out the job site and whatnot.
I want to go.
And then we were walking back, and like at the head of what they called Central Park, literally it looked like legitimately, it looked like a place where they would hold like ceremonies and prayers.
Right, it was like tiered and shit with like a thing in the middle.
It was tiered with two walkways. Yeah.
Like a thing where the water would come out of, or I don't know, the blood of whatever lamb you just sacrificed.
Right, blood. Right,
They had this big fucking circular fucking swirly Q thing going on, made out of like rocks and shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's some cult ass shit.
And they have a logo that's like a warped version of the infinity symbol. It's like the infinity logo, but it's all like melted and twisted.
Right, because it's only infinity within one.
Right.
It's so fucked. I'm telling you, it's so fucked. Like as we're walking around, Justin's like, he's showing me shit, and I just keep looking around, and I'm like, this place is fucking creepy, dude. And he's like, yeah, but check this out. I'm like, have you like really given this some thought? Like, I really feel like this is kind of a fucking creepy place. He's like, well, no, kind of a little bit. And then we get to the fucking lady that he was telling you about, that thing, and then she goes, yeah, we got to school. And I was like, oh, fuck no, that's it. Then we walked out, and I was like, I told you they fucking eat people here. And then Justin started coming around. He was like, I think you're fucking right. He's like, I think you're fucking right. Yeah, this does seem kind of fucking creepy now that I look at it. He's like, I'm looking at it from fresh eyes. You're right. This does look kind of fucking culty. All the fucking swirly symbols and dragon shits everywhere.
You guys almost just died. Oh,
pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
I want to go.
I don't think they're going to actually start killing people off until it's fully built. So I think we're safe until it's all fully built out.
The second it's done,
then out. Stay out.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be like the first Friday of or Thursday of every month. Like the gates get locked, the tiki torches light, the hoods come on. They start marching little kids down the fucking thing, drums and stuff. I'm telling you, purple blankets and shit.
Don't take your goat there.
Do not take your goat there. I'm telling you, we saw the altar. We took pictures of it.
Yeah, we did. I have pictures. I do have pictures.
Oh. We have receipts.
Yeah, that's right. We do have receipts.
This place
is a fact.
Trivia? What the hell is it called?
We'll just leave the name of it out. We'll leave the name of it out, just for my professional reasons. But yeah, just know that it's outside of Atlanta.
So
I don't need any. Yeah, I don't need any sort of trouble that way. But anyway,
probably a little more specific.
So I'm showing Molly some of the pictures here.
You'll see it.
Thank you for the super chat, Zach. That's very kind of you.
Zach, give us. Oh, there it is.
$5 for the next round of habaneros.
This is the altar.
Bro, fuck that habanero shot.
And
I see it. I saw it.
Hold on. There's this little thing that sticks out the front.
Yeah, no, that's for bloodletting.
Right, bloodletting.
Yeah, bloodletting. Exactly.
The locks of Satan.
I'm telling you, dude. Tiki torches and all.
Yeah.
Purple robes.
Throat right here. I mean,
whatever kind of throat. Like literally, there's like a sacrificing table with like a groove that
we
leads
can't
down
walk
to
around it. And I was like, this, and Justin's like, oh shit, oh my god, it's an altar. I'm like, I fucking told you this place they kill people.
It is.
That's what put the rubber stamp on it for Justin. When we came around that turn with that swirly thing and the altar was there, Justin was like, this place is a cult. Like, this place, there's an entire underground society of ant people that eat people here.
If you look at that altar and still are in denial, then you need to fucking sign up for the cult.
And behind the altar, there's like this whimsical little happy lane that takes you through this park, and there's like swings and all this stuff.
Exactly.
Everything leads to death.
But it all leads up to this altar place. Yeah.
Takes you around and like, oh, pretty scenery. Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, once this is all built out, there's going to be some little blonde head, like cute little girl that's just always in that thing on the tree, just like humming to herself.
Like on the swing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. They're just staring at you nonstop.
Yep. Some like Damien looking little kid. Yeah. Whistling the Jeepers Creepers shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Some Omen kid.
Absolutely.
Curly blonde, little waterfall curls just swinging on the fucking swing.
Right.
Michael Morgan said it's a choose your own adventure.
yes. And in the mornings, like when all the kids are walking through the neighborhood to the school, they probably like chant together as they're walking towards the school. Yeah.
And they specifically built little fucking pathways so the kids could frolic through. Well, what she said was so the kids could go in between the buildings. I looked at it like, there's no way for you to get the fuck out, is what it is. They're just going to fucking cut you off if you try to fucking run out. Like, I saw right through it. I saw right through it. I was like, nah, that's not what that's for. Those are fucking ambush towers.
I'm on to you, bitch.
Yeah, I know how this goes. I've seen The Purge. I know how this is going to happen. Right. This is where everyone's going to run out, and then you're going to fucking ambush them. I got you. Yeah, canopy houses.
Right.
You know what's interesting? How... their deal is that in the courtyards they put parking lots in the middle because they don't want the cars on the street. But if you look at the way they built those buildings, there's only one way in and one way out, that archway. The rest is building, so that they've got that huge area, and there's many of them. There's like 8 of those throughout the deal where, if there's a gate there, you're done. You're just trapped in there.
One way in,
they're
one
probably
way out.
remote controlled too.
Yeah.
So they're watching from their cult cameras.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
You know what? You know what's odd is they had a school. They had all these buildings, but they didn't have a church. I didn't hear anything about a church.
You don't need a church when you have an outdoor sacrificing altar.
It is the church.
Right.
The cult is the church, Justin. You're missing the point here.
Get your cult game man.
I'm just saying it further because any other neighborhood like that would have a Catholic church, and they would have a
no. They poo-poo on Catholicism.
Yeah.
It'd be a Baptist church. We're down in the South here, so it'd be like a Baptist or a Presbyterian church. That's true. It'd be a Southern Baptist or a Presbyterian church.
That's right, but no.
0 churches.
No.
Yeah, no church. There was just the funky
altar.
Yeah.
No shame to paganism.
It's where Scientology goes to hide.
Yeah, and very well could. Absolutely.
Was the lady wearing a red string around her wrist?
There was definitely, and there's definitely famous people living there as well.
Yeah.
So very well could be into Scientology.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, with the people that developed it, and the owners, I'm telling you, dude, I'm calling it now. You heard it first. I know, OCD for EDC. In 15 fucking years, there will be a Netflix special on the fucking Yaya neighborhood in fucking Atlanta where they were, the fucking selling children and, sacrificing goats or some shit. I'm telling you, it's going to be a Netflix special.
Yeah.
And you guys will get interviewed for it.
Yeah, that'll be Steve.
And it'll be Steve like, I fucking told my friend.
We fucking said it. Yeah, be like, we fucking said it.
We'll be on the news showing the pictures. I was there. I was there. We fucking said it.
Fucking altar right there. Look, right fucking there.
Yeah.
You might want to go. You might want to go back through those pictures and make sure that there's not off in the distance people staring at us or something or.
Now I'm scared.
Somebody behind us.
Yeah.
Somebody behind us the whole time. I feel like the second we got out of that office, she pushed the button under the table, and then some people started fucking stalking us. So make sure they don't get too far. Make sure they don't go to the back and see the pit.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If we'd have made a right and a left and been like, yo, what's this giant pit? Boom! We got kicked in there like fucking Sparta and never found again.
Yes, Forrest, we do. You can email us for any mod work at info@ocd4edc.com.
Here, I'll put it up right there. There's the email address. There you go. I gotta go grab something real quick. I'll be right back.
There's no knives for me to steal, you guys. I just want you to know we're not playing that this week because
stealing knives,
motherfucker. Yeah, he always has a bunch of knives out on the table, and I usually steal a couple or not. And then he has to guess at the end of the stream what I may or may not. Yeah. Yeah, I did it fucking around one weekend, and everybody loved it. So we've been playing ever since, and I'm fucking winning, of course.
Guess what?
It's
Molly
good times.
5-finger discounted off the table.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well,
a couple weeks ago, I didn't take anything and got him. It was 10 out of 10.
But you got to fuck with him. You got to keep him on his toes. Just don't take shit. He's looking around, swearing that you did.
Exactly. And this motherfucker remembers everything. So I got to toy with his ego a little, you know?
Oh, he's like me. He's got like an elephant memory.
Seriously, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
I don't forget.
So I had to go grab a few things. I threw a couple of knives out here, so now she could potentially steal one, but probably.
But now you're on to me, so.
Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. Since we are a knife channel, have you seen this?
You know, I saw on Instagram, but I was flicking through it, and they had like a little preview thing, but I didn't see what it was. If they're kitchen knives,
okay, here,
let me.
Yeah, well,
Zach,
so
earmuffs, bro, earmuffs, Zach, earmuffs. Because if I shit all over these, Zach, I don't want you to be mad at me.
What? Yeah, I don't think he'll hold a grudge.
Like what is that? What's that supposed to be?
So this particular knife is called the station knife. It's a station knife. I'm going to assume we're talking like somewhere between a 5 and 6 inch blade.
Like for what? It belongs on a train station track is what it belongs on.
It's good size, that's for damn sure. Yeah. So I was just curious if you've seen the new they already have one set out. It's called the table set. And they look cool. They're like big badass steak knives. But it's really strange. Let me show you. They'll have actually the cutting edge is kind of similar to this Hogue here, but this portion of it is just straight edge, and then they have like 1.5 inches of serrations, and then another little bit of straight edge out at the tip. Is that a functional kitchen thing?
I've never seen that before. It's just the only time I've ever seen that is like when you go to like a fucking Longhorn. They give you those big stupid steak knives where it's serrated on one half and then it's like straight on it. I have no idea why. I don't like. I never understood that because it's like, all right, you're gonna cut a steak, right? Like serrations, okay, cool, that's fine. So why half? Yeah. Like, what's the straight edge part for? To just dull and drag across the fucking china? Like, what's the fucking point of like half serrated?
Yeah, I don't know.
I never made any sense.
You heard it here from the chef.
Yeah.
Well, it just doesn't make sense. Like a full serrated knife, like okay, it's easier to cut steaks. I guess if you're, have shitty steaks, like whatever. But like, why half and half? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems odd to me how it's got like 3 inches, because I think the blades on those are like 5 1/4 or something like that, but it's got like 3 inches of a plain edge, and then like 1.5 inches of serrations, and then like another inch of plain edge. It just seems odd.
You know what it is? Every time one of these knife manufacturers tries to make fucking kitchen knives, the best that I've seen was Spyderco, but that's because they got fucking what's his face. God, I'm brain farting right now. The knife maker. He's an actual like Japanese bladesmith, so he knows how to make it. He makes kitchen knives. That's his jam. So they just look like his knives, just made from Spyderco. But like they always try to put design element, because kitchen knives are you can't. There's only like so many designs. Like there's not like you're gonna make a chef knife. Is it like when you start putting fucking weird ass angles on it to make it look? They want to make it look different. Like to make it separate from the pack, like a folding knife, you can do a million. Everything they all have 2 scales and a blade and a locking mechanism, but there's like an infinite number of possibilities. A fucking chef knife is a fucking chef knife is a fucking chef knife. Like you can play with the profile a little bit, with the heel, with the maki, like the handle style, but it's gonna be functional. It's got to basically look the same. So they always try to put these weird fucking let's put fucking 6 millimeters of serration on it and then not do straight and then do this so it looks fucking cool. It's they throw practicality out of the window for just like design's sake. They always do it. Every single
just
fucking
to like
time.
set themselves apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get the knife and it's like thick. It's like fucking cock thick behind the edge. You're like, cool. This will be a fucking great mallet. Like, what am I gonna do? And they charge like $200-300 for them. Like because they're not cheap. You know. Yeah, you could go on I could name 3 websites right now where you can go spend $50 and get a knife that cuts better than any one of those Spyderco or fucking Benchmade made knives or any of them.
Right. So the one thing that I was on this deal here, the one thing I noticed right off the bat was Molly really likes using her OG Sheepdog XL for trimming meat. She actually just used it today.
I just did it.
She's doing what was that, an arm roast?
An arm roast, yeah.
But this, the cutting edge on this is very similar to a Sheepdog XL. Actually, hold that. Let me grab it because I have one right here.
Sheepdog's a big cleaver, right?
Well, yeah, and I see that's the thing is I don't know how thick the blade is on that thing. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a cleaver or I don't know what a station knife is. I mean, I'm assuming since it's a kitchen knife that we're talking like a chef station, I would think, right?
Yeah, the blade shape looks like what's called a bunka, a B-U-N-K-A, a bunka.
Asshole. Dude, Molly's dog just ripped ass in
Why
here.
is he my dog when he farts?
That is
because
fucking awesome.
He's your dog. Dude, that thing stinks so
epic.
goddamn bad. So, here, look at the actual cutting edge of the Sheepdog XL versus the, it's just a real slight belly, like all the way across.
Yeah, that type of knife, when it's shorter like that, it's called a bunka knife. It's a kind of utility where it has that reverse, we call it reverse canto, that K-tip, a lot of places will call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sheepdog blade. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm assuming they modeled that after.
I don't really understand where the term reverse tanto came from because to be a tanto, this part would need to be sharpened. And to be a reverse, if this were sharpened, along that edge, then I could understand reverse tanto. But
that would make sense.
That would just make too much sense. I don't know.
It's too logical.
It's way too logical.
I don't know. The reverse tanto just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, I guess. But anyway,
hold on. What's the best kitchen knife steel?
For
Chef
what?
McGee.
For what?
I don't know. They didn't specify.
Just
someone's asking this in the
a
well-rounded one.
What? No, one. It depends. Are you going to treat your knives like shit? Then go stainless. If you're not, if you're going to actually just wipe them and not throw them in a dish machine, then grab a carbon steel knife. But with good kitchen knives, like if you're going into like most of them are Japanese made or Japanese inspired by makers. The most important thing it's not the steel; it's the geometry and the heat treat. Like when you use a kitchen knife, there's a lot of rocking or a lot of chopping. So carbides aren't going to do fuck all. You can have I can take one of my kitchen knives and run it over a diamond stone completely dull and still cut an onion with it because the geometry's correct and it's thin enough. It's all geometry and heat treat. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what type of steel. Like I said, either stainless or carbon, depending on if you're going to beat the fuck out of it. But other than that, just a good maker. It's not. It's like the reason I started making YouTube videos, everybody would be like, S30V is shitty, and like completely forget about who's making it. It's all just shitty. It's like when you get a kitchen knife, you're going for the maker. It's like in the States when like you go to like a restaurant, girls will be like, I'll have a Cabernet or I'll have a Pinot Noir. That's all they want. It's just the name of the wine. Whereas like in Europe, they'll tell you the actual fucking vintner of the wine, the maker of the wine. Because who makes it fucking makes a difference. Here in the States, we're just like, Pinot Noir, whatever, house, whatever, bottle. It could be vinegar. I don't care. Just say it's Pinot Noir.
Right.
So same thing with kitchen knives. It's like, same thing with kitchen knives. You want to just look for a good maker. Someone who's got a good reputation as a good maker, does good heat treats and good grinds.
There you go.
Pinot Noir. Peanut of the night.
Pinot of the night.
Yeah.
It's too pretentious for me. I don't.
Yeah.
Gives me a fucking headache too.
Yeah, for sure.
the night Pinot.
Yeah, well, I figured since you are a chef and all, I figured we had to talk at least something about the Benchmade kitchen knives. I will say that I really dug the Meat Crafter. I've never handled one, but it had this same type of handle on it. It was different colorways, but same shape and whatnot. and I kind of dig it. I like the two-tone aspect of the handles, kind of cool looking. So we'll see. We'll see what they look like.
Yeah, I'd like to see one in person to see what it looks like. Like I said, how they ground it and whatnot.
They're offering them, and either I don't know if it's CPM 154, CPM 154 or 440C are the two blade steel options. And then you've got like both of those are going to work well. And then handle materials, you get to choose between what they're calling rich light, which is this stuff here, kind of almost looks like wood or stabilized wood, carbon fiber and G10. And all of them have what they're calling the select edge, which is a 14-degree secondary bevel.
Isn't that their new thing, the select edge, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I remember right, the OG Meat Crafter was the first one that brought out had the new select edge, but they've got a couple models now that have it, like that table knife set, I think.
Like an actual edge that actually cuts?
Yeah, the secondary bevel is 14 degrees each side, so 28 degrees inclusive. But if they're making strides there on the geometry and the performance of it, like I'm down. If it's thin behind the edge and whatnot, yeah.
That's going to be the biggest thing. Like I said, if it's because there's just people don't realize because they're just not exposed to it, like how many amazing kitchen knife makers there are, like in Japan, that make knives for like under $100. So it's like that's why I get super agitated when I see those things come out, because they charge such a high price tag for them, and functionally they're not that good most of the time. Yeah. So that's why I'm always like Murray Carter. That's the guy. Murray Carter is the one Spyderco worked with. Sorry, it just popped in my head. Murray Carter. He's an actual 11th generation fucking Japanese bladesmith. He went to fucking Japan for 10 years to learn how to do it. So those knives were done well, obviously, because they look nothing like a Spyderco. But it was up to Spyderco, they'd have a fucking hole in the blade. They'd have a fucking hole right where you pinch it, and it would fucking tear your thumb to pieces.
Well, I'm guessing that when you're working in the kitchen, you've got the Spydercos that'll have the little puppy feet on them or whatever.
Those fucking pup things, what are those called? Remember those fucking table pups or counter pups?
Kitchen pups or whatever, so they stand up and keep the blade off.
I shit all over those things when I saw those. So I made a whole post about it when I saw them. I was like, what the fuck are these? Like, they're supposed to stand up or something, or I can't remember how the handles were. They were offset but not offset somehow. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, what? Like, so you're encouraging people to just leave knives all over their counter. Awesome. Great idea. Can't see anything going wrong with leaving fucking brightly colored, pastel color handled knives on the counter in your home. Can't see anything wrong or any little hands grabbing
Nothing could go wrong.
And not only that, the handles are shaped like little playful dogs.
Like why?
Because I don't know.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
it's all marketing. It's all marketing. It's just it drives me. Yeah. It drives me up a fucking wall. I'm like, why would you? Look, it sits on the counter. I said it to my blade show. He's like, look, it sits on the counter. I'm like, why do you want knives on the counter? That's the dumbest. I don't know. It's it's so stupid as fuck. It's like the opposite of what you should be doing. Like showing people to not leave fucking dirty knives all over the counter. But it stands up.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I have a place for my knives.
Yeah, there's
not trying to fucking murder everybody in my house.
Oh my god! Especially because, like you said, they're like puppy dog shaped feet, and they're like fucking kid colored. I'm like, why? Why would you? Why? Make them black and mean looking. Why would you make them look so friendly for some kid to grab off the counter and slice his finger off?
Right. We're supposed to deter children from this kind of activity.
Yeah. It's pretty comical.
Just marketing.
Counter puppy, that's what it is.
Yeah, counter puppy.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Counter puppy, yeah. And you even come up with a stupid name.
Right.
Counter puppy.
Exactly.
God damn you, Sal. How'd you let that get through?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, Sal. I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I don't know if they even still make them, because they like bragged about them for like a couple months, and then I never saw them again. I've never actually seen one in person. I don't think.
Probably didn't sell a goddamn one of them. It was a dumbest. Like everything about it. I was just scratching my head. I'm like, what market are you appealing to? Like, who are you shooting at with this? Like, how many people got paid in marketing and design to come up with this? They're like, I got an idea. We'll do a kitchen knife. Here it is. And everyone in marketing was like, genius, got it. What are we going to call it? Counterpop? Sounds awesome. Can you make the ends look like little puppy feet? People will love them. Got it. Run with it. Let's go. How much is production? 50 grand worth of knives? Let's do it. It's a great investment.
Yeah. So the table knife set from Benchmade, it comes with
don't forget to talk about that.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get there. We have some other subjects to talk about. So with the Benchmade table knife set, they start. So I told you what the options were: 440C or CPM 154. You get either G10 rich light or carbon fiber handles. And then you can get them like laser engraved and this kind of stuff. But anyway, with the kitchen knives or table knife set, you get 4 knives. They're all the exact same knife. And they come in a super fancy wooden box with like magnetic closure and stuff. Starting price, $600.
They come with a blowjob, like $600 for big knives. Like who's buying that? Like who? Who?
Dude. From what I understand, they're selling them fucking things, and I mean, to me, like the price is just crazy for what you're getting. But I mean, I guess more power to them if they can get it. I mean, if people are buying them, then what the hell?
If they're buying them, I didn't hear you say anything about it. But whoever's listening to this, please don't ever spend $600 on knives you're going to drag across plates.
On 4 steak knives.
Yeah.
You're what's it, like $175 a knife or something? Like, that's fucking ridiculous. $150 a knife. That's so fucking insane.
Yeah.
Are they like Damasteel or something cool?
No, they're either CPM 154 or 440C. And so $600 is 440C G10 with no laser engraving.
They're not even wood?
That's the starting price, dude. Starting price is $600. They go way up from there. You could spend. I think if you pimped them all the way out, I'm wanting to say that I think you're a little over $1,000. Like if you did the highest, obviously did CPM 154 plus the better, carbon fiber and this and that. Like, yeah, you could wrap some cash up into these things for sure.
What's the saying? There's a sucker born every minute, right? Like that's it. Like.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a big capitalist. Look, if you can get money for it, go for it. But good God, when does it go from when does it go to like criminal? Like when do you stop charging people $1,200 for 4 steak knives? Like when are you just taking advantage of people at that point? Like,
right.
But it's probably got a sweet box.
It does, dude. It does have a sweet box, like for sure. Like it's a super nice wooden box that's got magnetic closure and stuff like that. It looks fancy as shit online. I haven't seen them in person. I've only seen the pictures online. But yeah, the box is fancy. So you see, you're probably got a couple $100 in box right there, which, hey, there's been good men out there that have paid a lot more for a quality box. I'm just saying.
I was thinking. I've done a lot less for a good box.
Yeah, right.
Right. I'm sure.
Whole lot less.
So you never know.
Yeah.
So everybody knows, you could literally get a set of 4 steak knives, handmade for you, from probably 24 different makers in Japan for half that, probably. Just throw it out.
Crazy.
Easily. And they would have like rosewood handles, and they would be fucking all probably fucking perfectly Scandi ground. They'd come hair whittling out the box.
Yeah, they would have like baby seal skin grip textures,
just fucking wrapped around it.
Just it would be beyond belief.
Every time you took them out the box, every time you took them out the box and you cut a steak, they moan. Every single time you cut into a steak.
I like the way you do it right there.
They would just moan for you. Yeah, I just soda all over my shirt. Hold on.
Dude, spilling drinks all over the laptop and now all over your shirt.
It's the same soda. It's just the same one. It just keeps the soda's possessed.
You just keep leaking it everywhere.
Oh my god! I knocked it over the computer before.
I forgot.
Well, then I was sitting here dicking around and poked a hole in it and didn't realize it, and then tried to drink out of it. So that's probably where I went wrong on that one. Just put a hole in this can real quick. $600.
One more.
Anybody?
We're talking about some stuff here.
Anybody in the chat spend $600 on steak knives? Put your hands up.
Yeah, nobody is really into the whole $600 for a steak knife thing.
I want to meet the guys. It's got to be the same dudes that buy like the gold class Benchmades, the $600 and $700 like Tengus and Bug Outs and Crooked Rivers and all that. Those have to be the guys that are buying $600 steak.
I don't know that those are even the guys.
Because it happens.
They might have to go.
Like, it's funny because it's like whenever when people find out like that you cook, so everybody gets all like wanting to show you shit. So like I'll have like meet some friends through friends, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're a chef," and then those will be the guys that'll be like, "Hey," I'll be at somebody's house and he'll be rich, and they'll be like, "Hey, Steve, check this out," and they'll like open up the box and it'll be the Benchmade steak knives, like $600. Check these things out. And then like it's like then I gotta go like, do I just shit all over these things and tell him he wasted his money, or do I just go sweet knives, bro? It's always like a debate.
Or you just pull it and bite your tongue.
Yeah, they're like, how do you like these Cutcos? Pretty sweet, huh? Cut a penny, and you're like, yeah, man, those are fucking rad. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How about the Falcons? Like you don't have the heart to tell them.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this little guy right here?
Is that No. Is that Benchmade? Didn't Zach have one of those on his Instagram the other day? It's a Benchmade, right?
It is a Benchmade. And Zach did just trade, I'm sorry, he didn't trade. I traded for this one. This is the full size. It's a Benchmade 741. It's called the Onslaught. But one of the most impressive things about this, it's a 4.3-inch blade, 154 cm, riding on washers. But literally, blade stock on this guy is 120 thousandths back here.
Yeah.
In front of the plunge grind. I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can see the plunge right here.
Yeah.
It actually goes down to 100 thousandths right there. So you've literally got like 4 inches of blade that at its thickest point is 100 thousandths. And like this thing is like, right. Yeah. And it's 10 to 12 thousandths behind the edge. Damn. You can see this thing is, it's sharpened to 15 degrees per side.
Where did this go, Benchmade?
Right. That's what I'm saying. When I got this thing, I just traded for this knife a couple weeks ago. And when this thing showed up, I was blown away at how thin the blade stock was. And to me, this thing just shows that, this thing's 4.3-inch blade, 120 thousandths, and it drops to 100 thousandths literally before the hole even starts. What the hell are we doing? Why do we need 150,000, 180 thousandths blade stock, 4 millimeter blade stock and shit on a 3-inch blade? It's just fucking ridiculous.
The mini Adamas has entered the chat. Like, when that thing came out, I was so stoked for it. I was like, I've always wanted, because I've almost bought an Adamas a few times, but it's a brick. I mean, it's a big, heavy fucking knife.
It is.
So I was like, mini Adamas, cool, perfect. And you get it, and it's literally like 150 thousandths at the fucking spine.
Right.
And like 35 behind the edge. And you're like, what? Like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? It's a 3-inch knife. What am I going to do with this thing? Like, I mean, it'd be cool if you want to do 150 thousandths, but then fucking grind it. Like, just make it cut.
Right.
That's why, like, everybody was so stoked over it. I got rid of mine within like 2 weeks because I was just like, I'm not going to carry this.
Yeah, and I've got the full size. Damn, I just bit my tongue. I got the full.
Bitch.
I got the full size Adamas, and I dig the knife. It's super comfortable in hand. But yeah, the blade stock on it. I mean, it's a tank of a knife. There's no doubt about it. But this is definitely more my speed right here. And I couldn't believe it when I got this thing. And you look at, it's got just a massive, tall, flat grind on it, and it's aggressive. I mean, like I said, it's right out of the box. It's 10 to 12 thousandths behind the edge on a 4.3 inch blade.
It looks like Benchmade's version of the Sleesh buoy.
Right? Yeah.
Kind of got that same blade shape, that kind of buoy thing going on. The poon.
Yep, the poon, dude. And you can't go wrong with the poon.
Gotta love a good poon.
And you get to finger the poon gooch. It's wonderful.
You got a hole right behind the poon.
That's right. Exactly.
We all love the hole behind the poon.
Just like God intended.
Naturally.
We all love the hole behind the poon.
Absolutely.
That is fucking
100%.
gnarly. It's 12 thou behind the edge. Benchmade.
Yeah. Right out of the box.
So you can
good on them.
You can do it.
Yeah, and this thing was made, I think it released in 2010 is what I found online. I think they only made this from 2010 to 2013 and then stopped. So, it's just a bummer. And so a little FYI right here you go. I got this is sent to me on loan. It's the Benchmade Anthem.
Yep.
And I don't know if I'll be able to show this off or not. I can't see.
Are they the same or is that
the Benchmade Anthem? No, the Onslaught most certainly is thinner than the Anthem.
Thinner, yeah.
100%. Yeah. So the Anthem, I mean, it's a cool ass knife. Integral, it's bitching. And let's see here. 3.3 inch blade on the Anthem. And the blade stock thickness. Actually, no, it's right in that 120 thousandths, but behind the edge, this thing's got to be, it's got to be close to 30.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's worse than that. It's between 38 and 40 thousandths behind the edge. Look at the secondary bevel on this thing.
Oh, I think Oregon knife guy.
I've got hinderers that are that thick.
Right. And so if you look at the secondary on,
you can see
it'll show up. It's tiny, and that's 15 degrees per side. And I don't know what this...
it's probably 17 on your Anthem.
Yeah, I didn't sharpen this. The guy that owns it put a mirrored edge on it, but look at that thing. Look at that secondary.
It's almost a Scandi.
Yeah, dude. So, it would be lovely to see him bring this kind of manufacturing back and actually... grind these things. There's no reason not to thin these blades out. I mean, I understand people break the tips off and stuff, but
break the tip off anyway.
Yeah, right.
That's our problem.
And with Benchmade's warranty, it's like whatever, $25 or $30, and they do a blade replacement. Whether they break it or not, they're gonna break who. Like if you own it for life, isn't that their fucking thing, right? Yours for life or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like who the fuck cares? Like I'm so over the snap tip. We need thick geometry, blah blah blah, toughness, blah blah blah, bullshit. Like it doesn't make any. It makes no sense. It makes zero. You can make the fucking blade 150 fucking thousandths. If it's a 4-inch blade, I'll snap it in half anyway. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference. Like it's not like. If I'm going to snap 125 thou, it's fine. I can snap 150 thou. It's not like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like you're dealing with like maybe steel type and then obviously blade geometry, but it's a knife. Like it's supposed to cut
exactly.
things.
It's meant to cut. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it just like don't get me wrong. Like I'm the first guy that if you saw my old leak, like trust me, I've retipped that thing 7 times. Like. I'm the first idiot to pull out a knife and pry and pop the tip off something like.
Yeah.
But it'll happen on
me too.
You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing too. They'll start at 150,000 and then they'll narrow it down to the tip to like this, and you're like,
Yeah.
Still going to break the tip now. So if I really want to fucking start bailing on it, you know what I mean? It's just like, I do not understand. And it's even more insulting when they do a hollow grind that's 30 thousandths behind the edge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. Where it's actually thinner halfway up the blade than it is right at the edge.
Dude.
Yeah. Like they needed to move it up in the grinder a bit to actually get down to the actual cutting edge.
It drives me nuts. Like, just flat grind. Just saber grind it, flat grind it. Like, why are you wasting my time with a hollow grind? I'm like, you look at it online, you're like, oh shit, it's a hollow. It might be a good cutter, right? Obviously, right? No, you get it? No, 30 thou behind the edge. No.
Right.
Like, fuck.
Right.
Now it's gonna be twice as hard for me to find someone to fucking regrind this thing because I need to find someone who uses a wheel.
Yeah, and who can do a hollow, and I mean it's really kind of, you're hard pressed today to find stuff that's got really good geometry that's well ground. I mean, I've been regrinding these Sheepdog XLs, and I've been regrinding a bunch of stuff here recently and putting it up on the website and whatnot. But when you get this thing down to 10 thousandths behind the edge, it changes the whole thing. Like it goes from being a decent knife to something that, one, is a little bit lighter, and two, just cuts like it's like a fucking laser beam. And so pretty sweet. And I just wish that these companies would start doing it right out of the box.
And
there's no reason not to.
Yeah, and it makes it like I have a 940. I actually really like the 940. I've had probably 3 of every model over the years. And Stassa actually, I bought a knife from him. I think it was a bug out. He ended up gifting me. It was a 942, but he had got it reground to like 12 thou. So I swapped the blade to the green handle because I like the green aluminum handle better. That knife used to sit in that drawer, and then I would carry it for a day. That knife's like 25,000. Like, I would rip open like 20 or 30 boxes, and the knife's just trash, right? Like, once it's dull, it's done, right? So then it would just sit in my fucking drawer for another 2 months before I would sharpen it again. The steel's still baby shit soft, don't get me wrong. But at 12 thousandths behind the edge, it still goes dull just as fast. But because it actually has cutting geometry, I can carry that thing all fucking week and still rip through boxes because the geometry is just there, and I don't need it. I can hit it on a strop real quick and actually enjoy carrying the thing. I carry it all the time now because it actually has cutting geometry. It's like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to tell me that it's going to cost you, like, your manufacturing cost is going to go up significantly when you're charging me $180 for a 940 to grind it to 15 thou instead of 30.
Right.
Like, you're not going to tell me.
If they would do that, they could actually save a little bit of money on the heat treat that way, because then it's not as important, because, one, it's way easier to sharpen once they're thinner behind the edge, and two, just like you said, they'll still perform when the edge isn't perfect. I mean, OpenL has been killing it in this department for 100 fucking years? I don't even know. I don't even know when OpenL started, but that's what makes those knives so great. Yeah, but they're great because they have phenomenal geometry, and they just work,
The geometry on the OpenL is so thin and so good. That's the knife. I have a little number 6 or number 7, a carbon one. That's the knife that I taught my daughter how to use. Because it's so thin, I would just dull it, like I run the edge across like a stone, so it's completely dull. And when she cuts her fruit, apples, berries, stuff like that, it will still cut apples and oranges and berries and strawberries and shit because it's actually ground to cut.
Right, but it won't cut through,
literally no
phone book paper.
Yeah, there's no edge left on it. But I could take a dull OpenL right now and cut these pizza boxes up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's the geometry. Again, I think the reason is, like, especially with Benchmade, if you look at most of their knives, you can see the milling lines. They're not grind lines. So I think what they do is like what Hinderer does, is they CNC cut those blades and to the geometry. They don't grind them. They CNC cut them to like what the geometry is, and then they just go off the heat treat, come back, they put an edge on them, and then they go on the knife. They don't grind those blades.
No, I think they do. I toured Benchmade. I was out there with Zach and JB, and so I know I saw all the blades were well, some of them were wire EDM'd, but most of them were just water jetted blanks.
Or water jetted, yeah.
Yeah, and then but they when it came to the primary grinds, they are grinding them, but they're a CNC grinder, so it's essentially a robot arm that's grabbing the blade and then running it up against the grinding wheel. And I think personally, and I could be off here, but just knowing how manufacturing works, my guess is
Burger CNC grinder.
With the way that they do it, is that what Zach said?
No, Richie.
Oh, okay. So with the way that they do it, if they were actually going to try and get them to, say 10, 12 thousandths behind the edge, they would end up with scrapping a lot of blades because they would end up with hot spots in them because it's a full-on CNC process, and it's going to be repeatable to a certain extent. However, there's going to be manufacturing inconsistencies, and so by not being so aggressive on the grind, they limit their waste as far as how many blade blanks they're throwing away at the end of the day, if that makes any sense.
That's awesome, Jason.
But
I get it, but it's just like whenever you look at a Benchmade blade, like it looks like they're not grind lines; they look like CNC lines, like milling lines.
Well, yeah,
like on the primary.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, yep.
That's an actual grinder.
Yeah, and it's because it's a CNC grinder, so it's a different process than what you're thinking about. Most of all your smaller companies are doing this in a little different way. They're fixture grinding everything, but I understand what you're talking about. But I think since 2010, when this knife was made, Benchmade has grown like it's unbelievable how big that place is. And, honestly, when I look at Benchmade today, I know that they've struggled with their fit and finish and quality and stuff over the last few years, and they've had some issues. I think most of it's growing pains. But for how big they are, I was pretty shocked when I was out there a year and a half ago or whatever it was. For how big they are, I think they're still doing phenomenal on putting quality stuff out there because with how the size of the company, when we've seen this with other companies like Gerber and like CRKT and who's the other one? SOG. Those companies, when they got to that level, they had to make the conscious decision: either we're going to continue to make high quality stuff like we were back in, going back a lot of years ago, or we're going to continue, or we're going to make the shift to make, blister pack shit that hangs on the shelf at Walmart. And honestly, Benchmade is like at that level as far as size goes. And so for them to still be putting out stuff like this is pretty impressive, honestly. Now, is it perfect?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just using them as an example. I'm just saying broadly. Like, I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of what Benchmade does. Like, I mean, what other knife company can you, in essence, buy a knife and bar a blade replacement here or there, literally carry it for life? I mean, they'll replace screws and bolts and all that kind of shit, springs and all that. Like, nobody does that. So I'm just using that as an example. But you name Spyderco, you name any one. I'm talking the geometry. You name every one of these companies, every single one of them. Big.
Zach says, "Hey Steve, you need to move to Oregon and work at Benchmade."
Bro, you couldn't pay me to even drive through Oregon. Zach, right? You know me, Zach. Right? Zach, I'd be in prison if I was in there longer than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Benchmade needs to move their factory down to Georgia, and I'll go work there. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we know a good cult they can move to.
Yeah, exactly. We know exactly. Dude, there's enough room for the whole fucking facility.
The whole facility.
I'm just saying the general feel of all, like, the knife manufacturer. Like, the new Demco 20.5. Everybody lost their minds over that thing, right? That fucking knife's like 30 thousandths behind the edge. You know what I mean? The knife is 30 thousandths behind the edge. The Protect Malibu, 35 fucking thousandths behind the edge. Every fucking knife manufacturer, every single one, it's just this axe geometry they put on knives, and I don't understand. Again, I know it's a manufacturing thing, it's a cost thing, it's a blade thing, but like you can go under. You're holding an example of them being able to do exactly what they did at 12 thousandths. You can come close. You can come close.
Yeah, for sure. So check this out. I don't know if you saw this or not, but here, let me flip it around, let me flip it around this direction so you can see the Spidey edge, right?
Spidey edge.
So this is the Police 4 in K390 fully serrated.
That's got some teeth.
That's some teeth. I'm kind of shocked. I don't know if they've ever. I can't remember a time seeing a fully serrated blade like this. Certainly not of this size in K390. But if you were ever looking for a fully serrated big blade, this would be the one to get.
The Police 4
in K390, that thing's a fucking beast.
The Police 4 is a fucking hoss. The new lightweight ones are dope.
It is.
I like it better than the original one.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy lightweight for what it is, and it's just a beast of a knife. And in K390, it's just awesome.
I want to see those serrations. I feel like those things are going to last forever.
Right? They're crazy sharp. Yeah.
Those are fucking the Spidey edge.
Yeah, the old Spidey edge. Dude, I'll tell you, I don't know what they're using to grind these exactly. But they're chisel ground on here. And dude, they are just fucking nasty sharp out of the box.
Those serrations are always fucking nasty sharp.
Yeah, man. Just wicked sharp on these things. So Spider Coat's killing it on the serrated stuff.
The actual scallops on the serrations are really sharp.
Yeah, that's what I test is like in one of the big scallops, and my God, dude, I mean they're hair whittling out of the box. What's that?
Yeah. What would it come on your best? Like what did it test at?
This one I think was 70.
70, yeah.
Jesus
70.
Christ.
We've had some as low as like 40, 45.
Yeah, I've had some that were like sub 50, and on my sharpness tester, like if I can pretty consistently doing like a DMT coarse, DMT fine, a little bit of time on a strop, and I can pretty consistently come up with somewhere between like an 80 and 100 on the sharpness tester. But to get under a 50, like I got to spend some time. Like, you're starting to get down there where like now, I'm fucking like hat on backwards, like the flashlight out. It's game time. Like, yes. Like I'm getting into it.
That's that Seki City plant, man.
Yeah. Dude. They just kill it. They really do.
Seki City does the best jobs with the steels. Like, I have a pair 3 in K390 from Colorado, and I had a Delica in K390. Completely different. That Delica held an edge for days. Sharpened up better, deburred like instantly.
What is this?
What's going on? Somebody talking shit?
Yeah, but who did that? So, sorry, Molly's showing me some comments and stuff here, but
Okay, Tariq.
Somebody talking shit.
Everybody else too.
Oh.
Yeah, they said you look like you have holes in your beard.
See-through beard, that motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
Too far.
Yeah, I've heard of Orally Winchester. I have a couple.
So I was going to say something, and I can't remember what it was now, but yeah, I know what it was. You're talking about Seki City. Have you ever? There's a company out there called Seiki Steel, spelled the same way, Seiki City, Japan. And that's where they're made, but they make fingernail clippers and like nail files and shit like that. Have you seen this company?
No.
Seiki
They're probably
Steel.
badass.
Dude, they make the best shit ever. Like, dude, I'm not kidding you. I've got a little pair of your fingernail clippers. They're everything about them, like the geometry on them, the way that they fit in your hand, like the ergonomics. Like, I know it sounds fucking retarded to talk about a pair of fingernail clippers. They're legit. Full on, legit. Hardened steel.
The gain is too high.
Yeah, it doesn't.
On who?
Overall.
Well, I have independent gain control. It's sound control.
Spanky, is it on us or Steve that it's too high?
Yeah, because I can independently control the volume on each of us and the gain
loud,
control.
Spanky, fuck you. Turn your volume down.
I might take a look at that Winchester. Oh, it's on me.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. So if anybody wants a good pair of fingernail clippers, go check out Seiki Steel. They're legit.
If you want a good anything, buy it out of Japan.
I love purple.
Yeah.
Like they
yes,
just it's a cultural thing over there, man. Like they take everything they do super seriously. Like it's a big deal. Right. So they just like we in the States, you go to Walgreens and pick up a $2 pair of nail clippers, right? It's just like they shoot them out of some factory in China. In Japan, like they literally, like the ones you're talking about, that company literally engineered them. They were like, we're gonna make the greatest fucking nail clippers the world's ever seen, and we're gonna, it's gonna be on like I said, hardened steel, the whole lot, the way that handle is, the fucking ergos.
Yes. Yeah, it's even got a little thing that catches the nail clippings on them.
Spanky has some, and he says they're awesome.
They're amazing, and the handle, it's not just a piece of stamped steel like the bullshit ones you buy at Walgreens. It's like a piece of freaking machined steel that's got some heft to it, and like they give you the HRC of the blades on the fucking fingernail clippers. They're like 62 HRC.
Yeah, see, like it's just this. Now you see why I was so frustrated coming from like the kitchen world to the EDC world, because like in the kitchen world you're dealing with like German, mainly German and Japanese manufacturers, where they're very the process of making a knife
have
is
a
like
sense of humor.
No, they're like, this is what it is. This is how it is. Here's the Rockwell hardness. Here's the steel. Here's our process. Here, and you're like, okay, cool. You know this maker. You know that maker. And then like you come to this world and it's like $300 for a knife, and you're like, what kind of steel it is? M390. What's the heat treat? What do you mean? Like how do you heat treat it?
Right. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But and I got idiots arguing. They're like, well, the HRC doesn't really matter. It's more about just the steel type. And you're like, okay, here we go.
Well, and it's because in this world, anyone that's building a $300 pocket knife knows that probably 95% of the models that they sell are just pocket jewelry. They'll never be used. They might open a bag of chips, maybe.
You're right.
But
that's what
every serious kitchen knife that's made, a serious one that's expensive, is going to get used, right? Like,
well,
nobody's going out there and.
Well, that's the other thing too, though. Like even the $50 kitchen knives you buy from Tanaka or somebody out of Japan, like they're still going to be heat treated well. The reason they're cheaper is probably like the finishing on the handle might not be as good, right? So a little bit of finish, but mainly most of the time it's cheaper because the maker hasn't made a name yet, and he's trying to build his name. So like they start off making knives and not making a lot of money, and as years go on and their reputation gets better and better, they start charging more, and then the finish gets a little bit better over and over time because they have this thing called respect, and they understand they got to work their way up, and they're not just going to come out and charge you $250 for something that some guy that is making knives for 20 years is.
So real quick here, Benjamin Belkin, for those that know who I'm talking about, he's the owner of Jack Wolf Knives. He's in the comments here, and thank you very much, Ben. He just threw down a $9.99 super chat, but he says, Steve, that he agrees with you, and the Japanese do a great job with everything. And he says there must be some crazy engineering in those clippers, and he bets they make some badass shears as well. They absolutely do, Ben. I'm going to go grab those clippers real quick because I'm going to show you. They're awesome. They're worth
some of
at.
The best, the absolute best. Ask anybody that does hair or fabric shears. The best fabric shears in the world come out of Japan.
Oh, really?
Yep. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but the best ones in the world. They're like $250 shears, but the best ones in the world come out of Japan.
I'd get some if I knew how to sew.
Yeah, it's just a cultural thing, man. It's like that's just how they do things. They don't.
Right. They just take pride in what they produce. That's the difference. It's not about the bottom dollar. It's about the craftsmanship and the quality and representing their brand to the best of their ability.
Yeah, that's why like people like make the joke like the Japanese and Chinese could not be farther from each other. Like especially when it comes to a manufacturing standard, like could not be further apart from each other.
Right. For sure.
So here's the standard fingernail clippers that we're all used to with the shitty little handle and whatever. All right.
Walgreens special.
These are the Seiki steel. You can see the logo there on the handle. If I can show it, if it'll focus. Seiki steel. And they come, look at the handle thickness comparison difference.
That's wild.
Just fucking proper.
Yeah. And so this little thing,
proper.
This is a little deal that catches your the nail clippings that fall down into the bottom, and it's got this super, super sweet file on the back that also they give you the HRC of the file. And the actual clippers, dude, I mean, they're just legit. They're just sweet on every level, and they work so good.
Mm-hmm. Seriously, well, I mean, you guys all know how seriously I take my nails. And whenever I got a precision cut to make, I'm like, give me that fucking good ass.
Yeah, give me the good clippers. Yeah,
give me the good clippers.
They're perfect.
Yeah, and instead of it just being like,
are they drop shutty?
No, this style here has got that little bump that's just stamped into the handle. This thing actually has like a full-on lever arm that's a fulcrum. And I mean, the amount of torque that you can get on these things, they're just now, granted, you can buy these for like $3 or whatever. These things are like, $25, but they'll also last you a lifetime.
I'd say those are the last clippers you're ever going to buy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like those will be the last ones, unless you lose them. Like you're not going to buy another pair.
Exactly.
Because you throw these away every year, practically.
Right. I throw them away for fun.
So, yeah, I don't know if you can really see or not, but they're in the little holder here, and it covers it up on the sides, and then your nail clippings just fall down into the bottom. It's pretty wild.
That is so wild. It comes with a little shell catcher for your toenails.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I carry these in my bag. They're awesome. They work great, and I will say, out of, I have a lot of people ask me what my most carried, like, what's your favorite knife and this and that. This is actually what I carry more than anything. A little Swiss Army knife, but this is the 580 nail clip. It's got the little fingernail clippers in it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's the SAK 580. And these nail clippers are actually really, really good, but they fold over like that and then fold into the handle. It's got the toothpick and the tweezers. These things, I get, working down in the shop and stuff, I constantly get little slivers and metal and whatnot. The clippers work awesome to pull them out. The tweezers, I mean, they're fantastic. And it's got the little pen blade and shit too, but I mainly use it for the clippers and it has the scissors as well.
Scissors.
So, yeah,
that's another
the 580 nail clip. What's that?
Victorinox is another great company.
Yeah, for sure.
They do really, really good work on every single one of those parts that's on those things, the blades, everything. They're all fucking water cut.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're all fucking. They grind them all wet. They have a huge fucking facility where everything's wet ground. And
yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
All their.
They don't mess around.
No, they make like probably the most popular commercial kitchen knives, like the rubber handled one. They make the Victorinox ones.
Yeah.
Everybody has them.
Yeah.
Everybody has them.
Yeah.
They're like $50.
Yeah.
They're ground thin as shit. You basically can't break them, and if you do, it's $30.
Yeah.
Just buy a new one.
All right. So we need to get on to some other topics here real quick. One topic that we need to talk about, and I think you know a little bit about the situation, so I'd love to ask you about it. Have you heard about people preying on the generosity of folks in the knife community, other than Slicey Dicey?
Have I heard? I actually last night, my buddy.
Last night,
My buddy Shane Gables.
Mm-hmm.
He actually messaged me last
He's up
night.
in the chat.
Is he on the chat?
Shane's in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the chat. Yep.
Oh, of course he is. Yeah, there you go. So Shane actually messaged me. I think it was last night or the night before. There was a guy on Instagram. What's his name? Like Monster Racing, and he's apparently. I remember him doing a bunch of GoFundMes and stuff like that. Apparently, he had some sob story. Apparently, he's dipped out on everybody, and nobody can get a hold of him for the giveaway money they donated and stuff like that. That's the last one that I heard of.
Okay.
It happens all too often in this community.
So here's the thing: is I'm just
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's just in the world that we live in today. You know, we're out here, we're meeting in these public spaces, like here on YouTube and on whatever the platform is, doesn't really matter. But you're once you have this group of people that are all I think we can all agree that we've met just some amazing people in this community, and the generosity is amazing, and just the kindness and friendships and all this sort of thing. It's pretty amazing. But when you have people that continually say those kinds of things, because you hear it a lot in a bunch of people's videos or post on Instagram or whatever, that's going to bring trolls in, and it's going to bring in predators that are going to prey on people's kindness and generosity. And so I just want to put out, I guess, a little PSA, because you know that I think
what's up, Bama?
Between Steve and myself, the two of us kind of drove the bus when it came to pointing out that Brian was up to no good over at Slicey Dicey, and then, but here we are again, and we have people that are reaching out to content creators and literally just begging for shit is what's going on.
Right.
Sending emails.
Discussing
I've
pushy
gotten,
way.
Yeah, I've gotten some of them. Other people I know have gotten some of them. And then we have other people that are coming up with these incredible sob stories about how their kid needs this and their wife and blah, 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 blah. And all I'm saying is, guys, is that there's so many of us out there that want to help people out and want to do things for people. Just make sure you know what you're getting into. Make sure that these people's stories are credible, and that, if people just come hunting you down and just immediately start giving you sob stories, personally, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm just telling them to kick rocks. Like, if you've been a friend of mine and I know you and you've been around for a while, and then something happens to you where you need help, dude, I'll be there for you. Like, no matter what, like, that's just the way it is. But like, one of my friends in this community, who's another content creator, literally just today was telling me that he received an email like 7 or 8 days ago from a guy who he didn't know, just some random dude sent him an email and just started begging him for stuff. And he paid him a whole bunch of compliments and just told him this big old long story about how he needed this, needed that, and please send me free shit, is what the gist of the email was. Well, because he didn't respond
right away,
immediately, the guy then turned around and just lit him up, calling him a piece of shit because he thought he was a really good person and helped people in need, and you didn't fit into my timeline or give me free stuff fast enough, so now you're a dirty motherfucker. And it makes me sick and it pisses me off.
I want to interject something here.
Go.
For those of you that are these beggars, if you're watching, majority probably are not, because we don't put up with that kind of bullshit. But understand that we also have wives and husbands and children and animals and things to take care of. And no, YouTube is not a big money maker. You need to get that out of your fucking head. This is not a moneymaker for us.
Yeah, we're not living a bougie lifestyle from this. We're not the Kardashians.
We're still paycheck to paycheck, just like everybody fucking else.
Yeah, so and we have full-time jobs.
Don't put us up on this pedestal and think that we should just be able to bow down and give you all kinds of bullshit, because we just can't afford it. We're normal people like you are. So get the,
I don't care if you were making money.
Tear us down. What?
It doesn't even matter if you were making a fucking 6 figures a fucking year off fucking YouTube videos. It doesn't give somebody the right to come trying to take advantage of your good nature. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just more cynical.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's that's why this whole thing with Brian happened, and we made it such a front and center issue, because I said it. I'm like, the bigger this community, and it's been growing since I got in, and it's only going to get exponentially bigger. The bigger it becomes, the more money's in it, the more scammers you're going to get, the more people you're going to get. It's like it's so easy with the way our community works, dude. It's like scamming 101. Like people have done this to me in person when I was younger. You know, it'd be like a guy that you worked with or you knew pretty good. It's not that hard to spend a couple weeks getting to know somebody and then being like, hey man, can I borrow like $100? I'll get it back to you. And you're like, yeah, cool, no problem. And you give him $100, and then boom, Friday comes, he pays you right back. And then like 2 weeks later, he's like, yo man, can I borrow like $400? Like, you know, I'm good for it. And then boom, next Friday, he pays you back. And then he's like, yo man, can I borrow like $1,000? And you're like, yeah, sure, boom. And then he ghosts you, and he just made $1,000 off of you. Like that, people did that in real life. Like I've had that experience in real life. So it's so easy to do it over, especially with this community where guys, everyone's so fucking generous. So you sit there and the people are nice and they come with these top stories and like they get you back. And then all of a sudden when they do the big, oh, my fucking kid's hurt. This is it. Like, look, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but everyone's responsible for themselves in their own situation. You know what I mean? Like if you got a situation, a real situation, you should be calling the people that like are in your life that you really need the help from, not random people. Nobody's going to go randomly searching the internet for people to fucking borrow money from or borrow shit from. You know what I mean? Like the second they start coming up and it's a sob story, it's okay, I'm going to do this giveaway, blah, blah, blah. It's like this monster racing guy. And then people throw him fucking a couple $1,000s and they throw him all these fucking knives. And then all he has to do is just turn his Instagram account off. Or leave it up and just never turn it back and never go on it again. And there's not fuck all you can do because it was all donations. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like I said, everybody, you've got your own issues in your life. You know what I mean? Like you've got your own responsibilities. If you're making a fucking ton of money, I'm sure your lifestyle requires a ton of money to keep it up. It's all relative. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
When I was a fucking broke line making fucking $10 an hour, I lived off $10 an hour. And then when I was making fucking $18 an hour, somehow I figured out how to work off $18 an hour. It's just the way life is. So it's like, you gotta like, and that's what, again, why we pointed out the slicey thing so much. Is this is gonna happen more and more and more and more and more. And people, and this is the one thing that blows my mind. People will get a fucking like a Chris Reeve knife or a Stride or whatever. They'll get a fucking knife, right? And it'll have like Lock Rock or something wrong with it, and they will fucking blast it all over the motherfucking community about how shitty the fucking maker is, this, that, and the third, whether it's custom or not. Don't even give the guy a chance to make it right? Trash it left and right. Start Reddit threads about it, okay? Hell, start Reddit threads about their most hated YouTuber. But the second somebody comes out and goes, hey, this motherfucker's scamming everybody, then you have everyone running to defend them and being like, oh, just keep it to yourself and let the people that are dealing with it.
Yeah.
Fuck you with the biggest dick that could fit. Yeah, like fuck you so hard. Like I wish somebody would tell me that at Blade Show next year. Like, come tell me that to my face. I will slap the shit out of you. Like, it drives me up a fucking wall that everyone has no problem shitting on makers or whatever. But when someone personally is dealing with this community that you love so goddamn much, it's hands off. Let them deal with it themselves. Blah blah blah. Like, grow a set, dude. You know what I mean? Grow a pair. Like. If you want this community to stay what it is, then you got to protect it to an extent. You know what I mean? And call out what's happening. Don't just let it, like that monster racing guy. I followed that dude for a while. I had no fucking clue, had Shane not said something to me, that this guy has been ghosted everybody for the last fucking 2 months or whatever. Or last month, whatever. Like, I wouldn't have known that. Like, why hasn't anybody made a post? Why isn't fucking every person that donated to his shit blowing up the fucking Instagram going, where the fuck is monster racing? Blah, blah, blah. He scammed us all. No, everybody just takes it on the chin like it's and then walks away. Like I don't get it.
Right. Just no big deal. And just let it go.
And when you do that, I mean, all you're doing is just passing it off for the next guy to get.
You're empowering that person.
Right.
And exactly.
They literally they become more and more bold every time they get away with it. And so anyway, I just wanted to bring awareness to it that, I'm not here to tell anyone what to do with their money or their knives or anything like that. You're a big boy. You can make your own decisions.
Right. Handle your shit.
All I'm saying is before you start giving people anything, I don't care what it is, anything, just make sure it's a credible, actual cause before you just start handing shit over, because it literally hurts my soul when I hear about people that just got took for $100 or even if it's $50. It doesn't matter what it is. I hate those slimy cocksuckers, and I wish that I could just go and punch them right in the dick sucker.
Right.
So
it's so painful to see them fuck over really good people.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something with this, because I see this a lot. Just real quick, coming from two people here that have kids. Okay. Anybody, this goes for everybody out there, because there's a lot of guys in here that don't have kids. Anybody that has kids and their kids have real issues are not going to beg for fucking money. They're not. You won't even know it's happening. They're going to be figuring that out amongst themselves with the people that are closest to them. So the second you see the sob story about someone's fucking kid or dying mother or whatever, I don't care if it's legit or not. It's bullshit, and don't encourage it. I don't even care if it's real. People should not be going around begging for fucking money and begging for shit to sell to help them out because they can't handle their own lives. It's one of the things that's going on with this country right now. We're having an issue. People can't take responsibility for their own lives. I don't give a fuck if their grandmother's dying. I don't give a fuck if their kid got in an accident. They have to handle that. So don't encourage that kind of behavior, whether it's legitimate or not.
Right.
So,
it doesn't make them special. Everybody's going through something.
Real quick, Steve. In the comment section, Lee over at Bama Knife Guy, he said that he's hurting for money right now, and he was really admiring your high-speed cocksucker, or the shock absorber you have for that high-speed cocksucker, so he would like a blowjob.
Oh, would he now?
So.
I got you, Lee. I got you.
Yeah, okay. And you'll cup the balls as well? Tickle the taint?
I got something for Lee. Don't worry. It's going to be, it'll be epic. It'll be epic. I'll make a video of it.
Okay. All right.
It'll be one for the
Perfect. Okay.
He'll make it
right. Awesome.
So we're gonna get into
Benjamin. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Another super chat?
$10.
What?
By way of the Nigerian royal family, we are pleased to inform you that you are heir to a large fortune. Please send your bank account number and $5,000 so we can process your funds immediately.
That's awesome.
I'll email immediately. Don't worry.
That was spot on.
Okay. So, do you have the numbers? Oh, here they are.
I wrote them down and you took them.
Yeah. Okay. Here they are. Okay. So it's getting kind of late here. You guys know that I married an old lady, so she's got to go to bed soon.
Karate chop to the butthole.
Yeah. No. So we got some giveaways that we're going to do.
Grabbing my computer. So.
Okay. All right. So we're getting some stuff in here. Hold on just a moment.
You're good.
Okay.
Get your ass out my way.
Oh, boy. All right. Let me grab the knife. Walter, come on. Go.
No, Taz, there's nothing wrong with having a compassionate nature, but we just don't want to see anybody get taken advantage of by these scammy.
Bro, look, dude, if you're fucking compassionate, go fucking donate your money and time to some local charity in your neighborhood. Stop giving it to people over the fucking internet.
There you go.
Like, if you're that fucking compassionate, go do it face to face. Go to a soup kitchen. Go whatever. Go fucking, don't fucking give it to people over the goddamn internet. Like, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's so dumb, and it encourages it. It drives me crazy.
Well, yeah, you're just asking for trouble, really. Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, and it's just frustrating. Because the more that this goes on, these people that are really generous, that makes this community amazing, they're gonna stop doing what they do because of this kind of bullshit. So, it sucks. It really sucks. But anyway, all I'm saying is get your house in order. make sure you know what you're donating to or what you're doing before you send the shit out. And, if you're okay with getting fucked, I guess that's your deal.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
if that's how you like to spend your Saturday night, take it in the ass, go for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, that fellow there. He gave us a super chat for $1.99 for more Bazooka Joe.
Right on. So here's the first knife up for grabs. This is the what the hell is this thing called? The Artisan Cutlery Aryan, I think. This was a White Mountain Knives exclusive. Pretty sweet little guy. So this thing is the first giveaway knife that we're going to pull here. Now, this giveaway right here was only for orders in the month of August on our website, and the order numbers are from 1346 to 1445. So we had 99 orders apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
I know. Isn't that weird?
That's funny. So anyway, for the month of August, if you ordered anything from OCD for PC, you got entered to win this knife right here. It's brand new in the box, other than it's got my greasy paw prints on it.
Thank you, Zach, for the $5 super chat. He said, "That's it. I'm changing my hashtag."
Nice. So, order number. So, if you ordered something from us in the month of August, if you look up in your email, you will see the order confirmation with an order number, and those order numbers run from 1346 to 1445. And then, here, never mind. Sorry, I've got it right here. Let me put those numbers in real quick.
You could keep the same hashtag, Zach, and we'll just get a synonym for kind.
2, 1, 4.
Are we gonna? So, is this knife really called the Aryan from White Mountain Knives?
I think, yeah, exactly. Yes,
oh, no.
That is correct.
I didn't think about it.
We're just gonna skip over that. Like it's okay. All right, that's cool.
So here's the random number generator. This is on random.org. We got 1346 as the minimum, 1445 as the maximum, and
thanks, Dusty Rhodes.
Generate here.
$10 super chat. I tried packing my Rex 45 pair of 3 today, and it didn't take very well. Probably shouldn't have used Chinese dye. Probably a good idea. Okay.
There you go. Order number 1352.
Really?
Yep. Who is it?
1352. Ethan?
Just Ethan. Ethan from San Diego. That is the order, 1352.
He's from San Diego.
Molly's making a note. You won. You won yourself this sweet artisan cutlery. We might be wrong on the name. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Aryan. I'm pretty confident, and I've thought about it every time I said it. Like
every time we get a California order, I choose to believe that they're good people stuck in the wrong place.
Stuck in that poor place.
They've been taxed so fucking hard in their butthole they can't get out.
Well, San Diego used to actually be really great. Orange County was fantastic, but then it's gotten pretty jacked up of late.
San Diego might be the best out there.
There you go. Look at that. So, which one of these do you want to do?
And for everybody in the chat, you actually will get these knives in the mail.
Say that again.
I said they actually will get these knives in the mail. They actually will get sent out.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yep.
You are correct.
Yep. They will actually get them. Okay. So, next giveaway item is for the month of September on the website. So we had 99 orders in the month of August. We had exactly 100 orders in the month of September. And so the numbers go from 1446 to 1546 for the website numbers. And that is for this knife right here. This is the O knife Splinter. Is that what? No, I'm sorry. No, Splint. This one's still in the plastic. It's the blue and whatever. I don't know. I haven't opened it, so I don't even know exactly what it looks like. Still got the plastic on it.
We didn't realize how consistent this website was.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let me show you what you're playing for here because I got a black one. And I'm assuming that the gray and blue one comes with the coin and stuff as well, but it's this little knife right here. It's a flipper and a top flipper. Action on it is pretty fantastic. Bowler N690. Cool little knife. 3-inch blade, like 4-inch handle. There you go. But you're getting this one, different colorway. Let me get the numbers put in here.
Bama wants you to tell Charlie that he loves her, and you can also tell Charlie that I love her too, even though I don't know who the fuck she is.
I tried getting her on the stream, but she's a girl, so she was all like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I'm nervous on videos. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you'll be sitting next to me. You'll look so good.
Literally, your top fucking
right? Like,
the entire
I kept telling. Even yesterday, she was like, "Yeah, I'll think about it." And then, like today, I was like, "So we gonna do this?" She's like, "But I haven't done my makeup."
I don't wear makeup on this shit.
But I told
All
her, I
right,
was
so
like,
here we go.
like,
We
"You
got
don't have to wear makeup."
No.
all right. We got 1546, or I'm sorry, 1446 to 1546 in the random.org generator. Boom. 1513. 1513.
My pen, please.
What'd
Always
you
taking
do with
my
it?
shit. What is it?
1513. 1513. All right. And now we're going to do.
Let me find the
Oh,
name.
shit. Steve, on your
Yes.
screen, do you see a place where you can put, you can write a message in, do you see the chat on your screen?
Oh, let me see. It's on links. Let me push this chat. Yeah, there's a. I mean, I can't see the whole thing. I think I can see like the left. Oh, I could scroll it. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, can I?
Okay, do you have an option to go to private?
Yes. Yep.
Real quick, the winner for for the September drawing is George. I'll be emailing both of the winners to let you know that yes, Jorge.
Jorge from where? Where's Jorge from?
He's from Virginia.
Virginia.
Definitely a Jorge. Not a George.
Jorge.
Yeah.
Jorge D from Virginia. Congratulations. You're number 1513, your order number. And here, hey Steve, I'm just going to text you because I've got issues here.
Oh, you have lots of issues.
We're all from vagina. Really?
I meant to talk to you about this beforehand, and
yeah, it's Jorge, Jorge. What blade shape is best for beaver shaving?
Perfect. Do people know that, Steve?
No.
Okay. Do you care if they do?
Oh
No.
Okay. Well, because we're going to do another giveaway with all the people that are in here, and that's going to be the question and answer.
Lee might know. Don't
Is
let
that
Lee
okay
do
with
it.
you?
Yeah. Just don't. Just you got to kick Lee out because I think he might know.
Lee, you're disqualified.
Lee, you're disqualified. You're getting a blowjob anyway.
Right, so you already win.
You already won.
Lee gives Lee gives me blowjobs with his butthole.
Nice. He gives you butthole blowjobs.
He gives
so
me butthole
nice,
blowjobs.
Yeah, that's really, really kind of you. Yeah,
he's a gentleman.
That's good. Yeah, no,
And a scholar.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that. And when we were down in the ATL the last time, I mean, Lee was an overachiever. So
he's got some reach.
I can appreciate that. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got that
Long-
reach around game right?
He does.
Long reach. Long
Just-
reach. He's a giver.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's got some really nice stretch marks in this general area on either side. So,
Both
you know
sides.
what he's all about.
Does he look you in the eyes like he would be able to if he were in front? Like Chester
Longingly.
would like to.
He longingly looks you deep in the eyes. Like he looks into your soul.
Soul.
That's,
Lee is that's right. Lee is special.
that is moving.
So, and with this medium shirt and everything, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that he bought at
let's
Kids
go back
Gap.
to the stream.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. He says, "Fuck y'all," not literally.
No, see.
Walked right into that.
You walked.
Right?
Yep.
He's trying to
Okay.
cover it up. Don't be ashamed, buddy.
All right, so we gave the 2 knives away. Those are gone. And by the way, you guys will get stickers and stuff with those as well. There'll be some other things thrown in the packages and whatnot. So we already have your addresses from the order, unless you've moved in the last 2 months. So we'll email you first just to make sure you're at the same address. But yeah. Okay, moving on. So I'm going to put a start in the chat here. And when you see the start from me in the chat, you guys can go ahead and start guessing. Molly, are you watching?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Never gonna guess it.
No one's going to guess this, but what
Never.
is Steve's middle name? Steve's middle name. There it is. No one is ever going to guess this.
Never guessing that.
But
Not even
yeah,
very
but
close.
we'll get. Hey, we're gonna let it go for a couple minutes. If nobody gets it, then we will.
Give a hint.
We will give a hint. Yes.
Just give a lot of hints.
And Lee, if you know it, don't put it out there
Pierpont. So,
because this one's funny. Is there anything even close yet?
No.
No. Percival, Leonardo, Kwanzaa, Macy,
John, Stu,
Abdakbar,
Doc Bar.
Nathaniel, Maxwell earlier,
Maxwell,
Wilbur Hunter,
Lincoln.
Philippe.
Do I look like I have a middle name Lincoln?
No, kitty.
Snidely. William Lenderman coming in with Snidely.
Snidely. Son of a bitch.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ian
something
says
cool.
thin beard.
Son of a bitch. Too
Shirley.
far.
Rockwell. Shane says, damn, I should know this. Antonio Russell. Okay. All right, here we go.
Antonio Russell.
I'm gonna give one clue because I feel like, do you feel like we've had several guesses here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give a clue. Are you guys ready? Because Steve is such a sweet piece of ass, his parents named him, his middle name is very, very close to a certain candy bar that is chocolate and caramel.
And it's so delicious.
Is so delicious.
That's what Justin
Peaches.
said about me.
Peaches.
Sugar.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Are we giving it to him? Or because it's not the thing. I mean, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, right here. I have it.
Three Musketeers.
Oh, there it is. All right. Stop. We've got it. Hold on. I didn't see it on. We were looking at 2 different chats, but Molly definitely has it in the chat. He was the first one, for sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfectly.
Perfect. Spelled it to a T even. So hold on just a moment. Molly's making notes here. So I saw who it was.
Somebody saw Rolo. You're not wrong.
Yeah, Rolo was close. You were close. But,
you're
but
right
that
there.
wasn't it.
But that's not it.
But
it's confirmed.
Confirmed. Okay. All right. So we have a confirmation.
Going off of our chats.
Our chat is the official one, so we're not even going to mess around with it. We all had fun. It was good to go.
Dickers, damn it.
Dickers. Warm Dickens cider.
Oh, that's funny.
Warm Dickers.
So, okay. So, Steve, what is your middle name?
Carmelo.
Carmelo. So, if you guys know what I was talking about, most of you did, because everybody started guessing really, really quickly. But the first person that spelled it correctly and everything was Lions, EDC and Jewelry.
Jewelry and EDC.
Jewelry and EDC, sorry. Leo at Lions. You are the winner, sir. Now, I didn't really plan on doing this, so I don't know exactly. I don't even know what we're going to give you, but we're going to give you some shit. You're going to get some shit.
You're going to get
some shit.
A dick pic signed by me.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be worth much,
right.
But, you know.
EDC and Jewelry, you want a signed dick pic by old Steve-O here.
you want a signed dick pic.
Yeah, my John Hancock picture of my cock.
I'm jealous.
Oh, shit. So,
it's going to be great.
Right on. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. So, Lions, you won the giveaway tonight. And then we also had Jorge from Virginia, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
And Ethan from San Diego were the two winners for the monthly giveaway on the website. There will be another one for the month of October. So, whoever places an order on the website, you're going to win a knife, or one lucky order placer will win a knife at the end of October. We're going to start doing this every single month. Dick pic.
He said he's good on the dick pic. He's a married man with a baby on the way.
Right on. So
you're never too good for the dick pic.
Yeah, and you're never too old for that either.
Right.
I mean, I feel like that's a timeless gift.
Don't hurt a marriage.
Never too old. No.
Yeah, I want to see a picture of the dick pic right next to the ultrasounds.
On the wall of the hospital above your wife's birthing head.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like
that's
both
right.
of them right there.
Right.
Yeah.
We want your baby to see his dick. The first thing.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's only right.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
She's a little girl, so she'll be scarred for life.
Scarred for life. Perfect. That's what we're doing here. Changing youth one dick pic at a time.
Changing lives one dick pic at a time. Exactly.
That's
mighty cause.
That's right.
You are welcome.
Right on, guys. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Steve, thanks so much for coming on and hanging out with us. Thanks for picking me up and dropping me off at the airport the other day. I greatly appreciate it. Had a good time.
Thank you for taking me to see a Colt. It was awesome.
And congratulations, you got my coffee cup that I had the other day. So, that's a win. That's a solid win.
Bubba Mug, I made out
in his car.
Bubba Mug still in the car.
Yeah,
I gotta get
it. Hell yeah. He's never going to wash it. He's going to put it in a fucking shadow box.
Hang it on the wall. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of like a dick pic.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
no, I'm just going to give it back to you at Blade Show next year. Coffee still in it.
Right on. Perfect. Yeah, that'll be excellent. So, anyway, guys, thanks so much. Anybody got any questions or anything before we bail out of here? Anybody got something they want to ask Steve while he's in here? Before Charlie beats his ass?
Charlie's fucking people up on her video game. She don't even know me right now.
Oh, okay.
She's one of those
get it,
people.
girl.
She's one of those people.
Yeah. That's all right. What game's she playing?
Call of Duty, the one everybody plays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
making 12-year-old boys cry 1 hour at a time.
Nice.
Just smoking.
That's fun.
Hell yeah.
You know what's fucking hilarious is listening to a fucking grown-ass woman talk shit to a bunch of like 13-year-old, 14-year-old boys on the video game. Like every 5 minutes, I'll hear, oh yeah, I fucked your fucking dad. How do you like that, bitch? And I just start dying. I'm like, does that work both ways? I'm like, does that work? You can do that. That goes both ways, huh? It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. For sure.
She's looking at me right now, giving me the evil eye.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to put up with it. I would lose my shit, have a bunch of little 12 or 13-year-old kids, because I would be terrible at a game like that. They would just fuck me up left and right. So
we're going to have to tell the story of our Packers game and you getting punked out by the 11-year-old sometime.
Yeah, I don't know about punked out. I got flipped off by an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
An 11-year-old told you to go fuck yourself?
Mouthy little fucker.
You're kind of proud of him, weren't you?
No, it wasn't a Packers game. It was
Packers Bears.
It was a Bears Lions. It was Bears
that's
Lions.
right.
Yeah, because I kept saying what the scoreboard said, and then the Lions fucked off like a 40-point lead. And then the kid turned around and was like, "Yeah, motherfucker!" And
look at the scoreboard, motherfucker!
Yeah, it was like a fucking 11-year-old kid, like 5 rows in front of me.
Oh, it's epic.
Yeah, and all these Bears fans were like, "Eat it, fucker!"
You're like mad but impressed at the same time. You're like, you know what, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I was like, I will fucking own you, and then I was like,
but I can't.
But I can't. He fucking got me. I was like, bitch, I will fucking dropping bars on your lap.
Yeah. Okay, we have a question for you, Steve.
What's up?
Where's the best place to get the Japanese kitchen knives that you were mentioning earlier?
I know. Japan.
Boom. Got it. Question answered. Next question. No, either Japanese, not Japanese. Either was it JapaneseImports.com or ChefKnivesToGo.com. Those are the two websites I use. John on that website. He has, for all the retards who can't sharpen, go look up him on YouTube. He's had sharpening tutorials on there for like 7 lifetimes. And the guy from ChefKnivesToGo.com, they're awesome. They'll get you your shit to your house in like 2 days. They do crazy fast shipping. So
that's nice. Kelly says, "Fuck your sandwich."
Whose sandwich? Who's disrespecting a sandwich?
Yeah.
Is that the fucking waitress that gave us the goddamn fucking spicy ass beer? Is that her?
No, that came from Bama.
Oh, from Bama. Okay. I was like,
that came from Bama. Yeah, Kelly said, "Fuck your sandwich."
Oh, fuck you, Kelly, and goddamn sandwich. You know what? People don't fucking forget, Kelly.
Your goddamn... Right.
Bama's wife.
So the deal here is that Bama's wife threw away a perfectly good sandwich.
Perfectly good. It was
at
perfect.
House.
No. It was at Blade. No. It was at Blade Show. We went to Blade Show. Then we went to Papado's to go eat, and I got the amazing fucking fried catfish po' boy, and I only ate half of it because it was the size of my fucking head. So then I put the other half, had it in the car. We were coming out of Blade Show, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm so hungry! I can't wait to crush the other half of this delicious sandwich that's been marinating in the car, getting all juicy and delicious." And she threw the fucking thing in the garbage. Perfectly good half a sandwich.
I mean.
Yeah.
How you gonna leave a sandwich in the car in hot ass weather?
It doesn't make a couple hours. You think that's the worst thing I've ever eaten?
Right. Exactly. And I got to be honest here, because if you know how to work it right, when you live in a place like Atlanta, you use that hot car time just to make it just perfect.
Yeah, it would have been so nice and warm and toasty.
In the car.
Thank you. And every fucking retard in the fucking comment section telling me I can't eat the fish. I've been cooking professionally for 17 years, douchebag. I'll eat whatever the fuck I want out of my own car. Or Kelly's car, for that matter.
Or Kelly's car. I don't give a fuck whose car it is.
I don't care. It was going to be so nice. It would have been warm and toasty because it was in the car. It would have been all melded and perfect. She fucking threw it away.
Yep. Fucking
People don't
threw it
forget, Kelly.
away. God
People
damn
don't
it,
forget.
man.
People don't forget.
Damn. You better watch your back, Kelly.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows.
Right on. Yeah, no, she told me the story when we were down there. So next year, Molly, you'll have to come with me, and then Kelly, you can have a friend next year. Molly will be down there, and we'll have a good time. Hopefully next year I won't be sick during it, and then it'll be at least I will have more fun. The rest of you probably won't, but I will.
Yeah,
so that's all that
right.
matters.
Don't catch the Rona again next year.
Yeah, no shit, man. I was fucked up, man. I was in bad shape that whole weekend. But
right when you got there.
I still had a good time. Yeah, dude. I started feeling like shit a couple days before, but it really hit me the day I was traveling. And then I was just fucked the rest of the time. I was eating fucking like crazy amounts of cold and sinus Advil and all kinds of shit. And yeah.
Just huffing it.
Yeah, I'll come next time.
Yeah.
Tell Kelly I'll be there.
Yeah. So anyway, well, we better wrap this up. It's getting past her bedtime, and I still have shit I got to get done. I actually got to get some emails done. But dude, thanks for coming on, man. I had a good time. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well.
Always a pleasure, sir.
I'll have to do this again.
Always.
Right on. So yeah, well, tell Charlie we said hi, and tell her have fun shooting the game and whatnot. Sorry she couldn't be on, but maybe we'll do it again.
I'm gonna tell you said she's stupid because she didn't come on.
Those little bitches up.
Yeah, it could have been a good time, but no, she had to play fucking.
Could have been a fucking new friend, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, had a brand new friend for her here. Nope, not good enough. My makeup.
It's fine. Don't.
I asked you yesterday.
Fine, I'll just be here without makeup. I'll be on my own.
I told her you do your nails too.
She's bitching at you now. So
cheers.
Right on, man. Well, I will. We'll talk to you later, man. Have a good week this week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hell yeah, man.
All right, man.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody, have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for stopping by. Peace, bitches.
Word.